What's up, apes? I'm Chico. You might know me as Darklatin. I've been around for a pretty long time around the community. So, um, my fiance and I, we're longtime shareholders and apes, of course. We're A-list members. We love it. We've pretty much seen every movie during this pandemic, from Quiet Place 2 and Godzilla versus Kong, which we all remember back in the day how great it was, all the way till now to John Wick 4 and Dungeons and Dragons. A Good Person, which just came out, and if you get a chance, highly recommend you see it. I mean, you should grab your girl, go to AMC, get your popcorn, and enjoy the show. I think you will be moved one way or another. Um, Morgan Freeman is not going to be around forever. I mean, he's getting up there, and you should see why he's one of our best, one of the greatest. So you'll thank me later. Anyways, I wanted to start a channel to talk more about AMC fundamentals. Um, I think we have plenty in the community who cover all the charts and the technicals and the tweets and all the Ortex numbers and all the corruption that goes on and all the stuff that we've been putting up with the past 2.5 years, right? Um, but fundamentals matter. I mean, no matter, I know we all want to squeeze, but no matter how we wish it wasn't so, I mean, they're going to matter. They're always going to keep pressing that on us, and they have a point in doing that, right? We need to find a way to make AMC better. We need to get people back in the theater. Um, until then, I don't know. Maybe we'll wake up one day and something will happen with the banks collapsing or whatnot, and we'll squeeze. But until then, I mean, we have to work. We have to attack from all places because they attack us from everywhere. And sure, they'll go on about the AMC fundamentals are terrible. Oh, this company's bleeding money and $5 billion in debt, and nobody goes to the movies anymore, and it's so expensive, and there's a recession coming, and again, banks are collapsing, people are losing their jobs. All this is true, right? I mean, we need to work on that, and I wanted to show a way that how they lie about that, because there's people that are coming out of the woodwork just talking about how expensive it is to go to the movies. So anyway, I wanted to play this clip because it kind of reminds me of like how apes are. This
It's
is
not
pretty
over.
much us because they look at us as
Still a
a
fight to
scum,
be had. We've been
outcasts,
armbarded
not
against
pirates,
us.
but
And with the
pretty much
Dutchman, there's no
basement dwellers
chance.
and whatnot.
It's only a fool's
You
chance.
guys remember this?
Revenge won't bring your father back, Miss Swan. And it's not something I'm intending to die for.
You're right. Then what shall we die for? You will listen to me.
Listen! The Brethren will still be looking here to us, to the Black Pearl to lead. And what will they see? Frightened bilge rats aboard a derelict ship? No. No, they will see free men and freedom! And what the enemy will see is the flash of our cannons. They will hear the ring of our swords, and they will know what we can do! By the sweat of our brows, and the strength of our backs, and the courage of our hearts. Gentlemen, hoist the colours.
Hoist the colors.
Hoist the colors.
Hoist the colors!
Aye. The wind's on our side, boys! That's all we need!
Now, see, these are classics. These are great movies. And these are pretty much the apes. You know, we're black. We come in all shapes and sizes, right? We're Latinos. We're, lots of us are Asians. We come from probably many Europeans, right? Probably even Middle East, all over the world. I think everybody knows about the AMC Apes. That's something we can be proud of. I think no matter how this turns out, and I do believe this will turn out very positive for us. But we've accomplished quite a lot. To this day, I don't think that they believe we will be standing, but here we are, right? We should have been exterminated, but we keep fighting. And this pretty much shows them this is what they are, right? This is how they think they are the higher class, and they think that they're much better or much more knowledgeable, but they know nothing. At least they don't know anything about people or real people and what we like. We pretty much know how it ended up for these guys. So anyway, bear with me a second because I'm complete noob about this, and I wanted to at least play something in the background here. Because I wanted to address like one of the important things that at least that matter to me, because movies have been around forever, right? And this is still one of the best first dates you can go on. It's still something that you do with your friends and your family, your kids, your coworkers, your teammates. People always find a time because they're always fans of something, and they always like a certain time of something, and it's always been an affordable and fun thing to do. Something that always gives you something to talk about and be around strangers. And anyway, you like to think that the people that spend millions and created all this goodness here, all this images, all the artists, the director, the actors, the makeup people, the custom creators, everything it took to create this, the sound people, of course, because that's also a big difference between having the movie experience, right? Now, this being The Hobbit, a lot of people thought that maybe this should have been done in one movie, but we can't say that we didn't enjoy all three of them. I mean, look at them; they were amazing. I mean, they were funny. Anybody who loves, J.R. Tolkien is probably will say great things about it, and they remember things like this because they experienced them at a theater, right? What they would like to believe, the bad guys want you to believe, is that you should stay at home, right? That everything is better and it's cheaper and it's more convenient to just subscribe to Netflix, what Disney Plus, HBO Max, what is it, Paramount? There's so many of them now, right? While you're at it, order some Uber Eats, I guess. Get your soggy wet burger and your dry French fries and your watered down milkshake. Pay $50 when you include all the service fees and whatnot. That's what they want. Why? Because they own stock on everything, right? They own all those companies. So they benefit a lot from us doing what they want us to do. Just stay home, right? They make so much money on their subscription, and they hate us because they don't own AMC. And that's the big difference, right? This is why they spend so much and they send out all the shills and everybody to try and get us to sell our shares, which is something we're not going to do, right? If everyone remembers, why would you want to be alone at home, again, hunched over your laptop, squinting to see the scenes, or, your headphones, your couch, whatever it is? These are the apes, right? These dwarfs here with shields, they remind me of what we are. These guys here, these are all the shills we see on all the forums everywhere, mainstream media, all the bad actors from the hedge funds and the banks and everywhere. But this is us. We formed the wall, right? We're standing in front of AMC, and we're the only thing standing between them and bankrupting AMC. Until we sell, they're not going to win, and we're not going to sell. What I wanted to talk about that's important to me right now is things like I'm trying to keep things like narrow because there's 1,000 things that I want to say, but it's hard. It's hard to get organized. But to give an example, I mean, articles like this, hit pieces. Not the second that AMC announced that they were going to experiment with the pricing on the seat, right? You see things like this, like, going out to the movies is becoming a test of what you can afford. If AMC has its way, that doesn't sound like, bad at all, right? Even movie theaters will divide the haves and the have-nots by Barbara Krasnoff. Beach. Even she starts this though with them. Back in the Great Depression in the 1930s, people found escape from the bad news of the day by going to the movies. Wow, right? I mean, that's what we say. that AMC has been around for over 100 years. They survived two world wars and other wars, right? Recessions, depressions. People still always watch movies because we enjoy doing that. We enjoy being in the company of our friends and everybody else, even the strangers that you go and see. Because I will share memories. I want to expand on things like this when I'm trying to stay on course here. Now, articles like that come out, and even some of our favorites, some of the actors like Frodo Baggins here, Elijah Woods. She opposes the movie ticket prices based on seat location. This is a new initiative by AMC theaters would essentially penalize people for lower income and reward the higher income, which is bullshit. I mean, they don't do any research, right? They want to say things like that, and they don't talk about things that AMC does for us. And I'll give you a quick example here. As like I said, we've been a long time A-list members. June 5th, 2021 till now. There's so many things that you can get. And I will mention A-list. If you don't do it, I don't know why you don't. You do have to commit to 3 months, but it's 24, $25 a month. Let's say that to watch 3 movies. That's 3 movies a week, 12 a month. Comes out to about $2 a movie of any format. IMAX, Dolby, whatever it is. There's never been a problem setting these things up. When you compare that to say, let me see. Excuse me again, because again I'm a noob, but this is an old bill. I'm sorry, it's really old. It's like the last time I had a paper bill, but this is Comcast, and look at these prices. Like even now the Galt is here, like saving $60 a month, right? This is without owning Netflix or any other services. In comparison, I mean, to $25 a month, I basically adapted. I've stopped, I unsubscribe, of course, of all those things. I don't own any of the things. I don't watch any TV or streaming. I go through the week with YouTube, trying to get educated, learning skills, learning to cook, learning about your health, your finance, everything else that's going on around the world. So come the weekend, we're itching to go see the movie because I will always love movies. And I love going to AMC and watching them the way I'm supposed to do it. It's quite a difference. By the time the weekend comes, I just can't wait. And even, it comes even down much better to enjoy these movies. You subscribe to AMC, you should. I mean, AMC does an okay job trying to push it on you before a movie, but I think people are tuned out about it. Nobody wants to subscribe to things everywhere you go, supermarket, everybody wants you to subscribe, sign up to this. And so people might look at it the same way, but this is the best thing since sliced bread. I mean, I don't know what else you can ask for other than 3 great movies. It's 36 movies in a 3-month span for $75, basically. That's a lot, right? Not to mention your large popcorns. You can eat your bucket and take 1 bucket home because it's so good. 10% back on what you spend. You get your gifts, like the free Oreo popcorn. You get a lot of things, a lot of perks. I mean, we love it. I mean, we can't stop talking about it or telling people about it. And anyway, I wanted to keep it as short as I could. I mean, there's so many things I wanted to say. Again, there's so many things I would like to talk about movies and YouTubers that are coming out and just always bashing on this and that. They don't even go to the movies to watch it, and they're ready to say, this movie so and so is bombed at the box office, and they have a right to do so. I mean, they have a point to hate woke Hollywood, and it is a thing, and it's something I'd like to talk about in the future. But I don't know. Let's unite. Let's talk about things, and let's see if we can get people to go back to the theaters. Anyway, thank you. I hope to see you again soon.